We are live. Murph, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Today we're here discussing the Twins Yankees series and game one of the Cubs. Why not? Because we're live. We're here. I think as of today, it's still a great day to be a Yankees fan. Despite dropping one game in Minnesota,
Yeah.
which wasn't a pretty game.
No.
Very bad game. But game one, Murph, we had J-Mo on the mound. Not his greatest stuff, but what do you think of his outing? Honest opinion.
Yeah, honest opinion is brutal. I mean, it was kind of rough to watch. And I just think it's more so credit to the Twins. I think people forget this is a top 10 offense in the league. The Twins have definitely top 5 in the American League. They've been getting carried, kicking and screaming because of this offense, and you're starting to see guys like Buxton heat up. Once he starts really getting it going, you'll really see this offense banging.
When he's healthy, he's good.
Yeah, Arias, he has the top. He's leading the league in average right now, 361 or 363, I think, right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, they've got a really solid offense, 1 through 9. Yeah, so no surprise. They were aggressive. They jumped on our old boy Jameson real quick, and they jumped on all our starters throughout this whole thing. One in particular we'll get to when we get to
that.
But yeah,
I'll salvage that. But
yeah, it sucks for Jameson. I mean, he tried to do his best, man. He pitched tough. They just ambushed him. They jumped on him, and he raises his ERA to a 2.73. He only goes 4 innings, 9 hits, 4 earned, 1 walk, only 3 punchies.
At
Rough
this
stuff.
point, we were tied. It was 4-4 because him and Sands both didn't have the best stuff. Pretty much almost identical lines out on the bump. But this series, I've felt, has been the complete and utter opposite of the last. Of the last 2 series. Like the starting pitching did phenomenal the last 2 series. And you come into this and very shaky, not great outings. Again, could be the taxing since the last start of too many pitches. Who knows? And the intensity of each throw, but that's not an excuse. You get rocked. You got to go out there and do your job. The bullpen comes in this series for the against the Twins and does, in my opinion, a phenomenal job of bridging the gap and giving the Yankees a chance to fight, to either come back or just win,
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think you gave the greatest take, off the exact opposite of what we've seen in the past, where the offense has to carry the starters, and so does the bullpen, right? Right now, the starters have been covering this bullpen due to the injuries, and now the bullpen steps up and does a job. Litke comes in, records his 2nd win of the year with an inning in 2/3.
Big outing.
1 hit. Huge outing for him. This is a really important outing for these guys, especially going down this late in the season. Wandy, he gets his 3rd hold of the season. He goes an inning at 3rd. And Ron Marinaccio, he comes in and he has a hell of an outing. This is the outings you want to see more and more out of him. This is really important, like you said, because we got guys coming back. Yeah, he's a good pitcher. It's just, he's got to put it together when he gets opportunities like this. And boy, did he ever. He gave us a really good 2 innings of relief, 3 Ks, only allowing 1 hit, shutout baseball for the pen.
Much needed from him, too. Like, he had a few bad but Yankee offense came out absolutely firing after J-Mo came out. I mean, they scored 4 for him, tied game when he came out, but LeMahieu, 3 hits, RBI. Judge, on a home run, 3 RBIs. Rizzo, his 14th on the year, 3 RBIs. Hicks, 2 hits, 2 runs. We're going to pass on that. Gallo.
Dude, you got to give him some gas. He had a hell of a ball game, man. I mean, the fact that he went 2 for 3, only got retired once. Hey,
Hell of a series.
Yeah, he had a hell of a series.
And he had 2 walks.
Hell of a series, man. He only gets retired once in this game. 2 walks, 2 hits, 2 runs scored. I mean, dude, this is the type of production we needed from him and or Gallo, and we kind of got it from both of them tonight, as Gallo records 2 hits of his own. We have. Yeah, everyone in the lineup got a hit. I think this is the first time all season everyone 1 through 9 has gotten a hit. Yeah, really impressive stuff, and we needed it, man. We need every bit of it. They record 14 hits, 10 runs, and we needed it. The Twins, they got 12 hits, man, and they only scored 4 runs. They were doing damage early, but they kind of fell off a cliff, right? Once the pen got involved, it was pretty much lights out. And yeah, thankfully the boys, they kept their foot on the gas, and we had a huge 3-run shot from Rizzo in the 7th to kind of dagger the game. And then we tacked on another 2 in the 8th just to say, hey, just to let you know, hey, we still own you,
Yeah. This game was the start of also a lot of errors. There has been a lot of errors as of late, and I don't like it. It's sloppy defense, but well, I'll take the. Of course, we won. And
we won. We take the wins. Judgy with his 22nd home run leadoff first pitch, right?
Yes.
Or no, he was batting second this game. Yeah, he's batting second.
Yeah, second.
He does his thing. The minute he gets on base,
right?
2-run shot. Yep. And then he comes back around, and then Stan homers. The Yankees prior to this game 21-1 when those 2 homer in the same game. Now 22-1, I believe.
I think LeMahieu this series also got his 100th career home run and his 1,000th career hit. I think.
Yep.
Was it 1,500 or 1,000 hit?
I don't remember the hit. I remember the 100 home run. I don't remember the hit though.
Or it may have been like 2 series ago or something. I think he reached that milestone this month, possibly. But Yankees win 10-4, and we head now to Game 2. Murph. I'm going to be honest. This will be Cortez's worst start of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so, man. I really do, because this was it was a weird outing too, because he was kind of cruising the first 3 innings. He kind of didn't. It kind of looked like, oh, this is going to be Nestor back to business, right? This is business as usual for him. And I don't know, the training wheels kind of fall off. He kind of just loses. The Twins get more aggressive. He gives up 2 in the 4th, and he gives up 2 long bombs in the 5th. And unfortunately, he can't finish it out. His final stat line: 4 1/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 home runs. He raises ERA to a 1.96. Not the end of the world. I think if you're concerned, then you don't watch a lot of baseball. This is going to happen. He wasn't going to be perfect all year. Neither was Jameson. Neither is Cole. Although you wouldn't like to see what we see in Game 3 of this series. But hey, focusing on Game 2 right now.
Game 2.
Nestor receives his 2nd loss of the year, unfortunately. I think the most heartbreaking was Schmidt here. I think Schmidt coming in and unfortunately having the outing he has was really, really
That was
bad.
the dagger. I think we would have came back. Archer's really not that good. He did walk 4 guys. We also just didn't have the bats that day, Spent all our runs in one game. Benuelos, great 2 innings. What you kind of need, don't burn pitchers,
Yeah, just kind of like, dude, we just need to get out of this game. We need to get this over with. It's clear that we weren't firing at all cylinders on either side of the ball. We only get 5 hits this game. That's pretty pathetic. 5 hits, 4 walks. I mean, it's not going to get it done, man, especially when this Twins team comes out hot. They all record hits except for Polanco and Gordon, but they do their damage and they're aggressive. They're going to jump on teams, good starters. They did their scouting report on the starters, I tell you that.
Hell yeah. I just think I'm a little bit nervous with Cortez, but this is a good hitting Twins lineup. I don't think it'll last for them very long. Once the certain teams find their strokes in that league in their division, I think the White Sox will heat up. I
think they gotta fire Tony if they want to heat up. I think he's made so many questionable decisions that you look at and you just go, how can you justify the most notable one as of late, walking Trey Turner when you have him on a 1-2 count?
Yeah.
And then he sets up for a 3-run shot, right? Was that what happened?
Yep.
3-run shot right after that. I don't know as a manager how you could do that, how you can lose faith in your start or your pitcher that quickly. To be like, you got him 1-2, you literally have 3 other pitches to burn.
Away, and Trey Turner does not hit as frequent bombs as we all wish he did.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. Trey Turner is a fantastic hitter. Yankees, by the way, win tonight 8-0 over the Chicago Cubs. Yeah, he's a really good hitter, but it's just if you're gonna want to face anybody, you'd rather face him in that situation. Only one runner on. You got him in a 1-2 count. You got plenty of pitches to burn. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Why would you walk him?
Yeah.
White Sox, they need to wake up. They need guys to start producing, and I think a good Tony firing will go a long way for this team.
Happened for the Phillies.
Happened for the Phillies. They've won, 8 straight now? Some ridiculous like that? Yeah. Since firing Girardi.
The Braves are also on a winning streak, too.
Yep, they're really soaring back up in the standings. They need it in a big way. I think the biggest firing that was surprising to me was Joe Madden getting fired.
Yeah.
That didn't make sense to me. They were performing really well up until this bad stretch of baseball.
Really isn't again Girardi firing is a fire up the board. It's really mainly just to fire up the players. To say that no one's really safe. You can't.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just not getting the guys motivated. You really shouldn't be motivated. You're in the big leagues. I would be going for a title shot every year.
Yeah, I mean, managers
doing what?
Yeah. I was just gonna say managers in baseball aren't like managers or like coaches in the NFL or coaches in the NBA, right? They don't have that massive of an impact on a game. At the end of the day, it's up to the players to perform or not perform. Really, his only day-to-day is just setting a lineup and making the right moves in terms of bullpen moves, right? That's really it. And yes, those are important decisions, but those aren't decisions where you go, I need to fire this guy ASAP because he's clearly I didn't get that from Joe Madden at all. I don't think he's doing a bad job. That stretch of baseball, I don't think you could put on him. Bizarre move to me, especially since the Angels have aspirations to contend. It's now you got to go look for a manager.
Now you have interim guys that guys aren't really looking to as, maybe the coach figure. And, this is a bad stretch of baseball. They played good teams and they got beat. Well, what are you going to say?
Yep.
Again, their problem was their pitching. And when you go down early, it's very hard to be motivated to come back and fight when you got 9 innings of baseball left. Because I know for the Yankee series, we put runs on them as early as the first pitch of the game.
Yeah.
But at least for the Twins here, I'm not sure if this will stay on track for them. I think it would be cool to see the Twins be good. But they are a good team, don't get me wrong, but I don't know how long this is going to last. We'll see. Because they've always been a team that doesn't either. They're good at some point during the season. Buxton is healthy half the season normally. We'll see. If he has a full season, he's a really good player. We'll see. And Correa's tearing it up now too. But
this is a very good Twins team. I wouldn't be surprised if they won the division. I wouldn't be worried if they won the division if I'm us, because we sun this team. I mean, let's be honest here. I think going into this series, we were 109 to 38, lifetime record against the Twins. We just dog them, to be honest. It's not even close. And I think we're 17-0 against them in the playoffs as the last few years.
It hasn't been close.
It hasn't been close. So, and it doesn't. Hey, and listen, it doesn't matter how good this team is, right? They broke the home run record. All 9 of their starters had 20+ home runs, and the Yankees still went in there and handled business. So again, I'm not worried about this team. I'm not worried about this loss. The starters stumble, sure, because this is a very good Twins offense. I credit them more than I credit the bad performances, but I'd say except for Game 3 when we get into it. I think that was just bad pitching.
Yeah. come September, when teams are in the playoffs, it will be an entirely different story. Everyone starts at 0-0. And we'll see how players perform in the playoffs. We have our team. I know we have a ton of playoff talent and experience. These guys have been through a lot. I think the only two players on, at least in the consistent starting lineup, that haven't seen the playoffs is Falefa. Oh, no, three. Falefa, Trevino, and Gallo.
The Ranger boys. The Ranger boys don't know what it's like.
But we have guys that's been in the playoffs.
We have champions, right? We have Gonzalez. We got Rizzo. Did Donaldson?
We have an MVP. Was he in the playoff? Was he in the?
I can't remember if Donaldson's got one. He's been playoffs for sure.
Was he with the Braves when they won, or
he didn't win with the Braves?
No, he was the year before.
The year before. He's had playoff experience.
Playoff team though that year, I think.
Yeah,
he did. He has playoff way more. He has, I think, the most. Him and Carpenter have the most playoff experience.
Yeah.
But again, we have guys that have been there, done that. They've got guys that have been there from us. And I'd say two guys that have, like Correa, of course, cheaters.
Yeah.
And then you got a lot of second-year guys like Larnick, Miranda. And Arias isn't that old or new, but,
Yeah, they got a bunch of guys who don't have deep playoff runs is the biggest thing, and they don't have that experience. Like Buxton and Kepler, they haven't been that far in the playoffs yet, so they don't.
And
really
their
know.
pitching is very spotty.
Yeah, they've got two good starters currently, both on the IL, Ryan and Gray, former Yankee, who's turned his career around in a huge way. Both guys, those two guys are really good starters. It would have been interesting to see how we would have performed against those two. But we didn't, we didn't have to face them. We had to face the B squad of starters. Although Chris Archer did handle business against us. It's surprising, man. He going into this, he was pitching over a 4 ERA or something like that. And he comes in and gives the Twins 5 solid innings of one-run ball game, man. Just crazy.
Well,
bad loss.
8-1. I've had the worst loss of the season.
Yeah, this is the first time I genuinely feel like the Yankees actually just got dominated, on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I was worried this may be the turning point, for a bad streak of baseball. But
I wasn't worried until the start of Game 3.
No, yeah, that Game 3. Cole
Let's just jump into it, man. Let's just get into it.
It just gives me headaches.
The ace, our beloved ace, getting paid $35
million a year.
He's the ace. He's our number one. And unfortunately, he falls flat on his face and then gets curb stomped by the whole.
Are you going to read the stat line? Or am I
I'll read the stat line, man. I'll do it, man. I'll take the bullet, man. I'll take the bullet. Cole gets demolished. He only goes 2 1/3 innings. He gives up 8 hits. 7 runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks, and 5 home runs. This is by far the worst outing of the year for a Yankees pitcher, and for Garrett Cole, it's a career worst. He raises his ERA to 3.63 on the year. 70 pitches, 45 of which were strikes. And if we're being honest, Yankee fans are looking for an excuse. Was he tipping his pitches? X, Y, Z, etc. No, dude, he just didn't have it, man. All his pitches were right down the smack in the middle. If you saw every home run ball, it was perfect spot for these boys.
It was on a freaking tee for them this game.
I think keep in mind, Arias, that's his first home run of the year, right?
He don't hit home runs.
He doesn't hit home runs. His second. This was his second home run of the year, off of Cole, and of course it's one of the first. And he leaves it, boom, and he just gets rocked. And then of course the back. Arias, Buxton, Correa, all take this guy, Yaya. It's not even close, and it's bad, especially since this team literally just jumped out in front early and gets a lead for the boy, and it's 1-0 early, and then he just sits there and you know what, guys, I want to make this a ball game today.
After that, he didn't really, he didn't seem motivated to clean it up.
after the fourth home run, I think he was pretty much just like,
take me out.
I think in his mind, he was like, all right, dude, I'm just going to keep throwing strikes and just hope I can get to like the fourth or something like that. And he gives up that fifth home run. And at that point, he's just like, oh, my
Take him
God.
out. Get him out of here.
He's just like, just come get me, bro. I just can't do this. I can't compete. Like, and I don't blame him because when you give up, when you have the outing like this, you just
3 back-to-back home runs in the first.
You're basically, your competitive mindset is gone when you give up 3 back-to-back against their top 3 hitters, and then you go on and give up another 4 runs, another 2 home runs. It's just like mentally, you just cannot compete. And am I worried about him? No, I'm not. I mean, it does suck because I texted you like he grinded his ass to get down below a 3. And in
worked
two and a 2 1/3 innings, he took away all that work.
It's not like it was over a course of a few games. This happened quickly and in 70 pitches. Like
70 pitches, man. 70 pitches, and he's back to a 3.63. He's pretty much
technically only happened in 45 pitches.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to look at it that way, but technically it only happened.
Technically, you're right. They did their damage on the strikes.
Which is really sad.
Yep. Like, and it's like, dude, he was throwing 100 plus. He was throwing 100 miles an hour. He's throwing, everything was good. His velocity was good. It's just, dude, he did not have anything.
Yep.
Like, everything was dead middle. And at this point, Yankee fans are kind of sad, and they're like, they get up 7-3, right? 7-3 by the end of the third, and Yankee fans are just like, chalk it up. Let's go to the next series. This is a done deal.
Before you go off on the comeback, we have, besides Clark Schmidt's outing in Game 2, the Yankee bullpen bridged the gap for the Yankees to give them a chance at winning. Licky, 2 1/3. Castro, inning in the third. Wandy, King, Holmes. No hit. Yeah. Besides Licky, no hits in the last few innings.
Yeah.
Like, phenomenal job. Complete opposite from what I expected and what happened in the past 2 series besides Schmidt's start, 2 innings. But they bridged the gap to what Murph was about to go on to.
The boys come back in a huge way, and it's the unsung heroes, the unlikeliest of heroes. It is led by a Joey Gallo and an Aaron Hicks. Both of those guys pop off. Gallo with a 2 home run game, 3 RBIs, and he does manage to somehow punch out 3 times as well. We won't talk about that, though.
Bro, I don't know how he does this, man.
I don't know, man. Higgs goes 2 for 5 with a 2-run shot. Was it a 2-run shot? I don't even remember. Was it a 2-run shot? It was a 2-run shot. He goes 2 for 5 on the day, 3 RBIs. Judgy gets involved. He gets a hit. LeMahieu 2 for 5. Rizzo 2 for 4. Donaldson 2 for 4. Torres 2 for 4. Hicks. The only guys to not record a hit, unfortunately, are IKF, Sten on the pinch hit, but that wasn't whatever. Who cares? And Higgy. Dude, this was an amazing comeback, an electric comeback.
Much needed to show us.
Much needed. And it just shows you how talented this team is, man. They can do it anyway, anyhow. They can dominate you. They can come from behind no matter how much they're down. Like, dude, I almost didn't watch this game. Like, I was at the movies. I came back. I saw Coles, like, giving up 7 runs in 2 innings. And I was like, oh, I'm not watching this.
What movie did you see?
Top Gun. The new Top Gun.
Good?
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Anyways, the boys did it, man.
Because it was better than Cole's outing, at least.
It was way better than Cole's outing. I would have rather gone and watched Top Gun at least 7 more times in a row before watching Cole pitching. But then I did go back and see the highlights of Cole pitching, or the lowlights, I guess I should say, of Cole pitching. And it was bad. It was just meatball. Yeah, but dude, this is electric series. The boys take it. They win 2 out of 3. And they just hit the cover off the ball. The pen steps up in a huge way when we needed them the most. Unfortunately, Clark stumbles, and that's going to hurt him. That is really going to hurt him because, again, Chapman's coming back. I don't know when Loiza's coming back. I haven't heard anything about him. I'm scared about that.
Yeah, I think it's his shoulder that was operated on.
It's not looking good. I've heard zero on him. The last thing I heard was that he wasn't throwing for 10 days, and then I think he threw, and I don't think it went well.
Yeah. They whenever they have whenever the starting pitcher is warming up, and then after that inning, I think after they give you the breakdown of the starting pitcher, the keys to the game the Yankees give, I think that there was they normally do an update of the injuries for the Yankees.
Yep.
They don't even put Loizaga in there. He's just not updated.
Yeah, that's not good. I think they said Chappie's getting ready to come back soon. He might be back next weekend.
Yeah.
Which would be massive for the boys because that's just another high leverage arm. He's not going to go back to being a closer right away, mind you, but that's just a huge arm to have in there.
His spot as a closer is gone.
For right now, foreseeable future at least.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I don't know about the Yankees. I know in the Yankees he's going to be back in there by All-Star break.
But yeah, I think he'll work his way back, and we'll see.
We'll see, man.
We'll see. Yankees win an electric series besides Game 2, and Garrett Cole start.
I want to real quick. IKF, one of the guys benefiting the most from this winning season. Can I just say, I don't understand. People don't seem to see how bad he is at shortstop. He should be leading the league in errors at shortstop. You know that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. He has
11 errors.
He's had
series that
4 errors called back.
And this next series that we're going to talk about also has
bizarre.
Errors. Very bad. Very
routine ball at shortstop, and he gets caught in between, and they call it a hit.
I just don't know what he's doing sometimes at short. It just seems like just throw the ball.
It's just and it bothers me because I know if this was Gleyber Torres at short,
he'd be gone.
He'd be, again, crucified, man.
Yeah.
They would tear this kid apart if he was playing the way IKF is playing at short.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. It's not good. And it just and what's worrying to me is that the 2 guys they're banking on, Peraza and Volpe, are not having great starts to the season.
Again, young guys.
The problem is Peraza is supposed to be ready this year, and I think the plan is for him to be a part of this team at some point.
But whether
he's batting 210 right now.
I think he'll figure it out. He will.
He needs to. And what worries me the most is that you see all these top prospects who are coming in, and immediately you're like, oh no. Look at the Orioles guy, Adley Rutschman. He's horrible. Bobby Witt's not looking great. Joey Bart got sent down from the Giants because he's performing so bad.
Down multiple times. Bart isn't not. They have a guy, Patrick Bailey. I think he's legit, but
CJ Abrams, he got sent down. Right? You're not seeing a lot of hits this year.
Well, he did good, Abrams, when he was.
He did not do good.
No, he did. I thought he did good.
No, he's batted. He batted if he was doing good, he'd be on the team right now.
Oh, geez. Yeah. This is starting to look like a little bit of a bust right now. There's a.
I wouldn't say bust, but I'm nervous because it's we need one of those 2 to be game time ready, MLB ready.
Not our guys,
but them. Yeah. They need that too. They need you see it across the league. There's only a handful of guys who are really performing out of their minds. Jeremy Pena, unfortunately, from the Astros, who's really those Astros are frustrating to watch. You think the amount of talent they have lost.
Yeah.
And somehow they're still the second best team in the AL.
Yep.
It's annoying. Julio Rodriguez has been out of his mind. Who else?
I think Julio's
Mackenzie Gore. Mackenzie Gore's been outrageously good.
Yeah. I think those 2 are the guys that are going to win it this year for Roy's.
They're gonna give it to Pena, man. And it's annoying. They're because they're gonna be a playoff team. The Mariners are not.
I know Gabriel Moreno made his major league debut? I think.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Has he got?
Is Baz considered? He would be considered a rookie, right? Because he only had 2 appearances last year.
Moreno played last year?
No, Baz. Shane Bay.
Shane Baz. Yeah, he had more playoff outings than like regular season. But
yeah, so if he has an electric season, he's a rookie. He looks like he's going to be up to stay. If he has an electric season, he could be in the contention real quick because they love to give it to pitchers.
They really do, especially no matter how short a stint it is.
Unless you really light it up as a position player, it's tough. It's tough look.
Yankees win 10-7, but going into series versus the Cubs, we are also facing one of the fun rookies. I don't know if you've noticed, Christian Morel. Have you seen some of his highlights?
I have not.
I think he hit a game-winning home run for the Cubs. He also pretty nice guy, shaking a catcher's hand for against the Yankees, giving the umpire a nice little pound it, tipping his cap to the pitcher, young guy, hitting .303, start his major league career.
Outrageous stuff. Man.
Never even heard of him before.
Yeah.
And it's just, guys like Torkelson, guys like Witt, they'll have
Torkelson, talk about struggle city, man.
Yeah.
He's not looked good in any facet. Like defensively, he's looked really bad.
I think he needs more time down.
It might be a confidence thing, man. I don't know.
I think Witt will have a good career.
I think Witt will figure it out. I have confidence in Witt figuring it out.
Torkelson was a really big guy in college because those metal bats make big guys look really, really good. But I hope he's good. I really hope he's good because I love watching special Torkelson.
Yeah, I like seeing the young talent succeed, man, especially since you've seen a lot of the greats falling out of the game. And, you're going to see Pujols gone. You're going to see guys like Molina or Wainwright gone.
We need young guys.
You're going to see guys like Cano fade off. Like, for some reason, he's sticking around. Like, dude, just retire, man.
Chihuahuas, bro.
Yeah, Miguel Cabrera, he's going to retire, right? So young guys are going to keep this game afloat, and you want to see them succeed and be stars. Guys like Acuna, Tatis, Franco from the Rays, Judge, when he was young, was electric. Juan Soto, those type of players, you want to see them succeed to keep this sport alive. And it sucks when you see the top prospects stumble out the gate. Some fall flat in the face. Some figure it out. Hopefully more figured out sooner rather than later.
Sooner rather than later, indeed. We're going over the Cubby series, right?
Yeah, whatever. Let's do it. Yeah, we might as well. I mean,
let's do it.
We can do it again.
Yeah, we'll talk because then after the Cubs, it's the Rays. So Thursday night we can do the Rays recap.
Sure,
then we'll just talk about the one game for the Cubs.
You want to talk about both of them since we already know that happened in the other one?
Yeah, let's do the Cubs, but I'm just saying we'll recap game 3 of the Cubs.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to recap one game on Monday. Or tomorrow night. But
yeah.
Game 1, Mark. Wait, what?
Yeah. Go.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. We're already.
What's
wrong with you? Let's go.
Yankees. What? Making me nervous. Luis Severino versus Wade Miley on the bump in the boogie down. Luis Severino doesn't disappoint. Picks up the Yankee starters. Goes 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned, 1 walk, 10 Ks, 1 homer allowed. Lowers his ERA to a 2.80. Mark, hell of an outing from him and the Yankee bullpen as well, as we'll get into that. But Murph, Luis Severino, beautiful stuff. Again, it's a Cubs lineup that's very troubled, but
yeah, man, beautiful stuff. Like you said, second quality start of the year. You needed to see it. You need to see him keep building on these fantastic outings and reestablish himself as one of the better starters in this rotation, believe it or not, despite how many great starts we've got. Yeah, this is huge, and especially for the confidence of Yankee fans, because it's like, oh, is the rotation going to go through a bad stint? Are we seen regression before our eyes? No, we're not. Sevy picks it up. He puts it down. He lays down the law. 10 Ks. 10, man. That's huge. And the offense was dead quiet. We score early. We get 1 run in the 4th. I mean, yeah, in the 4th, right? It wasn't until the 4th we got our first run. It was a snooze face.
Wasn't what the Yankees are used to facing. Like, we've been facing guys that have been throwing cheese. Like AL East guys throw cheese. The Minnesota Twins have been throwing cheese. You know, this Cubs bullpen and starting pitcher was all like 94 and below. Again, it's not. No, I'm not knocking him. You still like guys who throw 94, as we see in Nestor Cortez, you know, and 94 and below. They're still good pitchers, and there are guys like that in the major leagues. We see in Wade Miley, but it's not what the Yankees face every day. So that's my excuse.
That's your excuse? I just think the boys were asleep, man. I just think unacceptable to go 1 for 19 with runners in scoring position. Unacceptable.
Oh, I just saw that. That's yucky. Oh,
you can't do that, man. You can't do that.
Were there errors too this game?
Yeah, there was
or was it next? Yeah, there was like 3 errors.
There was who they mark them to. I don't even know who they gave them to.
Was there one to? I feel like there was.
There was one. It says Higgy to Gonzalez. So I think the throwdown was that the throwdown.
I think was one. Torres,
LeMahieu, Torres, and then LeMahieu, Torres, Rizzo. Was that the double play?
Fielding double play.
Yeah, and then Schmidt, Kiner. I don't know what the Schmidt Kiner was.
Yeah, I think though someone did make an error. Guys have been making errors way too often.
Yeah, this was a bad defensive game. To put it simple, there was a bad defensive game.
No, this game had 0 errors.
Oh, it did. Okay, I don't know why I was reading it wrong.
I think today had multiple.
Yeah, it's probably what I'm thinking.
But if you want to talk about the Yankee bullpen and talk about how good they've been doing lately, what do you think? Especially from our boy to bridge the gap to Wandy, our boy Clark Schmidt. 2 innings. Big outing from him. Much needed.
Yeah, man. I mean, this was an electric performance out of the bullpen. You know, say what you want about this Cubs offense. At the end of the day, our pen wasn't looking the greatest no matter who we faced. And fortunately enough, every guy stepped up in a huge way. We start with Castro, who's looking nasty again. He only gives up 1 hit, but punches 2. He's pitching to a 3.06 on the year. Even though ERAs don't really matter for relievers, it's still nice when you see very small numbers, and hopefully continue to build off of this. King, I think he is back officially. 3rd or 4th great outing in a row. He's looking nasty. He's getting a lot of crazy movement on that slider. Whatever you call it. I don't know what he wants to call it. Gyro ball, slider,
whirly.
Whatever, man. He's got a nasty pitch and nobody can hit it. Clay Holmes, he comes in a little bit too early. But at the same time, the boys thought they could do something special in the 9th, so I don't fully blame them.
Yeah.
He gives up 1 hit, but that'd be it. He lowers his ERA to a 0.31. That's what you want to see out of a reliever. Schmitty. Again, a much-needed performance out of a young reliever. He gives us 2 electric innings of 1 walk ball. And it was like one of those things where you see him come in and you're kind of getting nervous because this is the Manfred territory now. We got that ghost runner on second. Any hit could end the ball game essentially. Well, not end it, but, score the run.
Yep.
And in this scenario, it would have ended the ball game because our boys, again, 1 for 19 with runners in scoring position. Pretty atrocious.
Waiting to the last possible moment.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately enough, the Cubs are 0 for 18 in scoring position with runners in scoring position, so they somehow did worse than us. But Schmidt gives us 2 electric innings. Wandy comes in, he gives us an electric inning, and then Ron gets his first win of the year. He does it. He gives us an electric outing. Only allows 1 walk. He got me nervous a bit. Not gonna lie to you, got me nervous, but an electric punch out to get it done. Late. the boys, the hero, Trevino, to walk it off.
The kid, another walk-off hit.
Dude, electric stuff from the catcher. Dude, we don't need a catcher, man. I'm tired of seeing people say, let's trade for a catcher. We don't need him. We got the best damn catcher in the league right here. He does it on both ends now. He catches, he frames, he manages, and he hits the hell out of the ball.
3-tool catcher.
He does it all, man. This is a really good, well, maybe not really good. It was a good pitching game. If you're enjoy pitching duels, you love this game. If you don't enjoy that,
gets used. The Cubs use literally their whole freaking bullpen as well.
If you enjoy that stuff, you'd have enjoyed this game. If you enjoy offense,
you hated this game.
This game was you didn't watch this game.
There was 15 hits though, total.
Yeah, just not timely. Donaldson, unfortunately, he goes 2 for 6. You need him to start stepping up in a big way, and he's starting to piece together some solid performances. LeMahieu 1 for 6, disappointing at bat. A couple of disappointing at bats from him. He K's in a bad situation. Judgy 1 for 4. He gets walked twice. Sad stuff. Rizzo, disappointing day. 0 for 4, 2 Ks. Who else? That's pretty much it. Let's Hicks unfortunately goes 0 for 5. You were trying to see if he could build on something here, and he kind of falls flat on his face. Gallo has pinch run. Gallo pinch run. Only scores 0 for 2. Ks once. I mean, yeah, just sad for the offense, really, just to say the least. Sad stuff. You're hoping guys could piece together. I wanted to see Matt Carpenter play this game. They didn't play him at all in the Twin Series, which was sad. I wanted to see him play this.
Slowly on his way.
He pinch hits. Okay. I like Matt Carpenter a lot. I like his lefty swing a lot.
It's a good lefty swing.
But, if you're not going to play him, bro, why is he on the team? Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. If you're going to add a guy who can only pinch hit, he can't be on the team. Now, can he? He just can't be on the team. You can't have a guy who can only DH when you basically show that Stan is pretty much our permanent. Oh, by the way, Stan had a horrible day at the office in right field for the Twins. That was pretty atrocious stuff. We almost forgot to talk about that. Yankee fans are crying because they're like, can this dude really play outfield? Hey, bro, listen, we knew he wasn't a Gold Glover. Let's not kid ourselves. Get back to this. You can't have a guy come off the bench. He's only a pinch hitter or a DH, man. You got to throw him out there. I hope they throw him out there tomorrow since the result of today's game. I think he deserves a chance to start. Put him out, dude. Put him out first. I don't know, dude. Put him first, third, outfield. Maybe he can play left. Because right now I'm kind of concerned. Now, low-key, we got 4 outfielders on the team, right? 3 of them play right field as their primary position, pretty much.
Way too many.
We got three of them, all 6-foot giants, 6'6" giants. All of them play right field.
Kept Ben Gamble. Remember Ben Gamble?
Yeah.
Imagine. He's not good. He's not good.
Remember Billy McKinley? Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Dude, I love that kid. Dude, he lit it up when he was up here. And then we traded him to the Blue Jays, and he died. They killed him.
Who was the guy that rammed his leg into the...
That was... I don't even remember his name, bro. He was supposed to be actually a pretty decent prospect. I don't remember his name. I do remember it pretty much killed his career.
I'm looking up Yankee outfielder who hurt leg at... That's Chicago?
Chicago. He tried to sue them.
Should have won.
I don't know if he did.
Dustin Fowler.
Dustin Fowler, that's the one.
He was injured in his first inning of his major league debut.
Sad stuff, man.
Very sad. But he did eventually go on to play, so that's good. Yankees win 2-1 via the Jose Trevino walk-off. Thank you, Manfred. Murph.
Thank you, but no thank you, man. I still hate you.
Bastard. Murph. Game 2 of the Cubs series. What was it? Stanton that hit the ball to center field that caused this onslaught of Yankee offense?
Judge first. Judge led off DH and he would hit the first home run of the game, he would open up the floodgates apparently because the boys brought their boomsticks. Everyone and their mother wanted to get involved. Judgy has a 2-homer night.
24 home runs in the year, man.
24, leading the league, not even close. Don't at me, man. Stanton, 13th homer of the night or of the year. Fourth. Glaber says, I want some of that. He goes back-to-back with the boy. Trevino, with the little foul pole action, gets himself his 5th homer of the night. He said, Higgy, who? Man, that kid's a bum, he says. And he's
309. 309. Say it louder for the people in the back who think he's horrible. 309.
309, man. He's got an 861 OPS. Dude is lighting it up. And finally, Rizzo would get involved. 15th homer of the year. He needs to start putting it together, and he did so tonight at least. 11 hits, man. 11 hits, 8 runs, 6 solo homers, all off of poor Swarmer from the Chicago Cubs. Kiner got 2 hits, man. I mean, I'm not worried about Kiner's offense. I'm worried about his defense, man. His defense is really bad. His defense is bad.
He makes the hard play.
If you were comparing Torres and Kiner makes more flashy plays than Glaber. Like if they're both playing shortstop, I mean. But they both suck at the routine stuff.
I feel like Torres did make an error this game, third of the year. That's fine. Whatever. But when it's not even all-star break and you're at 7.
Should be like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
He should be leading the league in errors.
There were like 3 in the Red Sox first game.
Yeah.
And
there's at least 2 in the Twin Series that weren't called for some reason.
Are the
Yankees paying guys to like lower the errors so they can maybe trade this guy later?
Who knows? But
I don't know,
his 2 hits today don't cancel out his errors for me. Like it's not like he's hitting 315. You know?
Yeah, but he's right on pace for his career numbers. Like I think he's around a 270 hitter. So
we'll take it.
We take that production. I mean, we take that. Just get on base for our other guys. Trevino, like you said, 3-hit night. Unfortunately, Gallo cannot hit a fastball inside. It's actually so sad. Anything here or in this area is just an automatic strike. I saw the slowest fastball high and in at 90 miles per hour from Swarmer, and Gallo was like 10 minutes late on that.
What is it, man? Is it just too long a swing? Is he just too big a dude? Like,
unfortunately, I don't have the analytics to decipher why he's so bad at high inside, because normally lefties love inside pitches. Like
because it comes right into their bat path.
It's right there, man, and they love that stuff. They especially low. They love it low and in. They're okay with it high and in too. They just anything inside for a lefty is pretty much. If I was a catcher, if I was calling that game, I'd never pitch a lefty inside, pretty much, because that's just scary to me. They just for some reason they scare me. Yeah. And for some reason, everybody knows Gallo cannot hit anything inside, anything high and inside especially. He's just late to it. It's bad, man. It's bad.
He pulls pitches away. Gone. Just imagine if he connects with inside pitches, man.
Yeah, dude. It'd be awesome. But unfortunately.
Are you cool with him in the 9-hole?
I don't think we got a choice. Like, I'm cool with the experiment we're trying. And so far, it's kind of worked. I think prior to this game, I think him playing right field has been a huge thing for him. And I think him batting lower in the lineup has actually helped him out a lot because there's a lot less pressure on him to actually perform. And I think he's way more comfortable in right field. So, yeah, I think that helps a lot. But fortunately, he has to play left, and then that's why he goes over.
Do you think this, at least the Twin Series, extended his time here with the team?
Yes.
Or is there a time on his team where he's just going to finish this year at the Yankees? I'd like to say that he doesn't finish the year on the Yankees, but
I truly don't know, because I don't know what the Yankees are thinking. Because right now, I've only heard about them looking into a bullpen arm.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, David Robertson looking really good. And the Cubs are going to blow it up. So he might be a guy they look at the
There's no
deadline.
one to give out, dude.
That's true. I don't. Ian Happ would be cool. I would like Ian Happ a lot. I think
They're
he would
not
also
going to
be.
get rid of Horner. They've been so obsessed with him.
Yeah, maybe you could somehow get Happ and David Robertson, but that would be a very expensive trade package. That would be very expensive.
I think Robertson would be cheaper.
If you're packaging Happ and Robertson, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they would make that work.
Is Yan Gomes is on the Cubs? What?
Yep.
They got a team full of.
They got a really bad team. Let's be real here. They got a real bad team. I love this. Prior to game 1, old Yankee man, Clint Frazier had some choice words for the Yankee Kingdom, man. The Yankee Empire. He upset with his time with the Yankees. Said he couldn't be himself, man. We were just too cookie cutter. The Cubs made him feel comfortable. He was right at home in Chicago.
Only 19 games played.
Only 19 games, but dude, he's at home. He gets to grow out his beard. He gets to grow out the flow.
He gets to play himself, wear his hat straight up, let his ginger flow out.
Swag out, bro. He gets to do his, and then he gets dropped on his neck. They drop him, DFA him, right there before game 1. Get out of here, bum. Get out of here,
bro. I know Morel's good, but and Haps, but there are guys like you can't play over Jason Hayward.
Bro,
the guy
Jason
who was
Hayward turned 222. 222. He's in 222, and Clint Frazier can't out hit that guy.
The man who was supposedly promised. Ain't that promised?
Dropped on his neck, bro. Dropped on his neck. Talk shit, get hit. That's what happens, man.
Red Thunder, who?
Dude,
Who's
dropped on his neck. Legendary bat speed. Legendary speed off the team. I tell you that much. He got dropped on his neck. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Do you think it was because of what he said?
No. I just think, dude, he's playing. They picked him up hoping he would be a very good addition to maybe this outfield to succeed. And he quickly was injured. I think he played, I don't even know. He played 4 or 5 games for them, and then he was on the IL.
Yeah.
And then
finished 19 games for them.
19 games, and it was just not good 19 games.
He was going to be their starter too, probably, in my opinion.
I mean, they were probably hoping that. They were probably hoping he'd take the job from Hayward. But, they got a lot of money on the hook for Hayward, so they can't really do anything about that. They were probably just hoping he'd be able to play himself in more time.
He's the only one that him and Contreras need to move on. They got to get off it. I mean, Hayward's almost done, but
yeah, Hayward's gonna be harder, man, because he makes a lot of money. Nobody's gonna want to take that contract. Maybe you do that in a deal to get Contreras. Maybe that lightens the load.
Yeah, you said we take some money. You can go sign. No, the thing is, no one wants to go to Chicago. I think that they're gonna go through a rough drought again. A long drought if this is the pace they're going at, because they don't have the young talent is here, but it's just not enough. It's not enough, man, because they have no pitching.
Yeah, I mean Wade Miley's not a bad pitcher, but he's not an ace. And I don't even know that. I still have Zach Davies.
Yeah.
I don't even remember if they still got him.
They had him.
Yeah, I don't know who's on this team anymore, and it doesn't really matter, dude. This is a really bad Cubs team. They're 23-35 for a reason. They got dogged this game. The boys came out swinging. They're gonna sell pieces. I'm tired of hearing people say we're trading for Contreras. I'm tired of hearing it, bro. We're not gonna trade for him.
There's no reason to. I'd rather go get 2 bullpen arms than trade for
Contreras. I'd rather get a lefty bat for the outfield and or 2 bullpen arms. That's what I'd want. That's what I want. I don't need.
It's feasible too. It can happen. You can't go get those guys.
I don't need another catcher, man. I don't care if he's statistically the best hitting catcher in the league, probably, arguably, right now. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't need it, man.
Well,
I got Jose Trevino, my GOAT.
thanks.
Batted .309.
Can we chat about our boy Monty going 7 innings, 5 hits, 5 Ks, no walks,
Beautiful.
2.70 ERA? This man is the most underrated pitcher in baseball.
Give him his gas, man. Give him his gas. Records his 2nd win of the year. Let's go, Monty.
Run support. When he's on run support, he goes 7 innings, bro.
Because he's confident, man. He just knows he doesn't have to, try to grind out a start. You can just go in there and be great.
I'm so happy from seeing this, man, from him. And then Marinaccio, scoreless. Licky, another scoreless outing. 3 straight for him. I think this is also 3 straight for Marinaccio. Again, they're coming in games that either blowouts or we're killing them. These
matter for these guys, though, people. These matter. Again, these are 2 guys who very soon the Yankees are going to make some tough decisions. Got to determine whether these guys are assets or these guys are gone. They're not on the roster.
Or even traded.
Package
some deal.
Yeah, so these guys, the fact that they're performing way better, especially Licky, because I think he's a guy who's just no one's going to trade for you, Licky. So it's literally you have to perform or you're getting DFA'd. Ron, on the other hand, he's young. He has potential. He's got options, right? So he can get sent up and down a little bit. Yeah. So he's a guy who can still hang around in AAA and be something for the postseason.
He's good. He had a phenomenal minor league career. Him and Sears had really good minor league careers. So Sears is a guy we're going to be using in a heel position towards the end of the year. I think he'll be up again before the All-Star break. But Lecky, like you said, he's got to prove himself. We kind of need that left. We need one more lefty in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Whether it be him or Sears, I'm cool. Whatever. But these 2 guys and Schmidt are going to be the odd men out. So
Schmidt and Manny too. Those are 4 guys right there who could all get dropped, all DFA'd real quick. And right now, I think the short list, those are the guys on the short list. If they were probably deciding who they want to succeed, it's probably right now Schmidt, Licky, and Ron. Those are they don't really care about Manny. Let's be honest here. Yeah. He's having a great stint with us, but he's not in the long term.
He's older. Picture. He can go get a job somewhere else.
Yeah, he's not in the long term picture. They want Schmidt and Ron probably to work out because they're both young. They both have options. They can both really benefit from being weapons out of the pen. So every outing is an audition for these guys. Mm-hmm. Even if it's not impactful now, it could be down the stretch going in the postseason when we're gonna need relief guys for the postseason.
We need guys.
You're gonna need those bodies, man. And every outing is an audition, and so far Ron has been lighting it up. Like you said, I think 3 scoreless outings. I think probably 5+ innings. 5+ innings of just really solid pitching. Keep it up.
Taking a look. I just pulled up the standings, dude, of the AL East. 8.5 on the Toronto Blue Jays. 9 on the Rays.
It's crazy because they literally had a very good week like the Yankees did. They won a bunch of games in a row.
You see the run differential?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's ridiculous.
The Mets don't even got a 100 run differential.
It's ridiculous, man. 113. They've got the best in baseball right now. It was the Dodgers prior to the night, but now it is the Yankees. I want to do a quick little power rankings real quick. Top 5 teams in each league.
Top 5 teams in each league. Let's do over to the NL. We'll give them a little respect. Yeah,
we'll respect the NL. We usually do AL first, but we're gonna do the NL first.
The NL first.
Who you got at number 1?
I got coming out in the number 1 spot. I got the. We have time now, so we can dive in a little bit. But let's also, be quick.
Be quick. Who you got? Number 1.
Since the Dodgers did lose a series to the Pirates, I will give it to the New York Metropolitans as of now. I don't think this will last for them.
I'd have to agree. I think the Mets have been playing out of their mind baseball. despite not having their two best starters, it's actually Jacob deGrom has not pitched a single pitch this season. They've lost Max Scherzer for since half of the season that they've played so far.
Yep.
And they still found a way to be 39-21. They are the best record in the NL, second best in baseball. Damn. You like to see it from the crosstown rivals, man. And they're putting on a show out there. They are battling some injuries, but they've really turned around. They've really fixed this offense. I think you saw years past. They've kind of had the tools, but lack of production. Yep. And lack of consistency, and they've got guys stepping up. You see Lindor actually being Lindor again. Before last year, they broke Lindor. They broke him last year. He was horrid, really bad.
Met fans, though, you gotta pray it lasts because
injuries have really hurt this team, and they have to hope they can stay healthy second half of the season, especially.
Every team does pray when their team's doing good that everyone stays healthy and everything. Again, teams will go through skids. It's a long season. You just got to pray the Mets don't just Met, as a Met fan. Enough about the Mets. I don't want to make people unhappy.
Real quick question. Why do you think they get hit so much? They get hit the most in baseball, and it's not even close.
It's one, either it's player conflicts. Two, teams don't like them. Orange and blue for at least me in baseball is a very repulsive color.
Hey, listen, Met fans, you cannot. It's not a great combo.
It's not a great combo. And there's always been a little, join between Mets players and other players. So maybe player conflicts. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. They get hit a lot. They get hit a lot. So hopefully they fix that. All right, moving on. Who you got at number 2?
I got at number 2 the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Those Los Angeles Dodgers.
They're at number 4 of their last 6 games. They have won. They're on a 2-game skid as of today. 37-22. They're the Dodgers. They're gonna probably win their division, but the San Diego Padres are right behind them in my 3 spot. In the power rankings, and it's just it's going to be a hell of a division. And then you got San Francisco right behind them. They're not my power ranking. They're just they're inching up on them. So we have Mets at 1. We got LA number 2. We got San Diego number 3. You're going to be surprised.
Real quick.
Spot.
Okay. Real quick. I just want to say about the San Diego Padres. As a Padres fan, love my Friars. I love my Dads. I'm nervous about the team, if I'm being quite honest with you. I just think there's a few holes that are kind of alarming, most notably the fact that we have a very interesting offensive dynamic because Tatis is not here. And it just seems like the offense is just not nearly as good as it was in years past. Like you're seeing Cohenworth, he's struggling. Grisham struggling. Right now, the only producers are Machado, Profar, Hosmer. So it's not the greatest of situations, but they're making it work somehow. They're somehow pulling these games out of their ass.
They're moving guys over. Pitchers are pitching very well.
The starters are phenomenal, man. The starters are phenomenal. Mackenzie Gore has been an absolute stud, an absolute unit. So great addition for them. Finally gets to start despite this crowded rotation. It's actually crazy. But he's been phenomenal for them.
They have a ton of guys, ton of goons. And speaking about Padres, ex-Padre, Chris Paddock, supporter of the foundation, ended his year, Tommy John, I think it's second in his career. Very sad to see. I wanted him to succeed out there in Minnesota.
Yeah, dude, I really wanted to see him do well. It sucks. I hope he bounces back strong.
Yeah. Number 4.
I'm excited who you got for.
The St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah, okay. That's what I got.
Paul Goldschmidt, Harrison Bader. Who else can I name off my head? Because I'm shot right now.
Who's talking about for the Cardinals?
Cardinals, yeah.
Nolan. You got Edmund. You got.
Oh, yeah. Nolan Arenado. Gorman. came up. Matthew Liberator, young guys coming up. They're performing well. I think they take this division. I don't know if the Milwaukee Brewers have it. They're one of the 8-game losing streak, and they're still in second place. Pittsburgh Pirates might finish third place this year for the first time. And that's because the other teams below them are just a pile of crap. Bro.
Hey, the truth hurts, man. I mean, this division sucks. I mean, I'm surprised Milwaukee's where they're at because I hate their offense and the way it's constructed. They only got like 3 hitters on this team, if we're being honest. But hey, St. Louis taking advantage of a weak ass division, and they're doing it big. They're a very talented team, and they're still missing 2 really good stars in Mats and Jack Flaherty.
Jack
Flaherty.
He's in the rehab state.
He's in rehab. They plan on having him back by early July, and he will be a welcome sight because he is pretty much the future ace of the staff once old boy Wainwright retires.
I know.
Huge stuff for them.
Mm-hmm. And they got young guys up in Liberator and Gorman. They're still up, right? I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Don't keep the most track of St. Louis baseball, but hey, they're a very good team nonetheless.
Very good team. Goldie is nasty this year.
Goldie's nasty. Arenado's nasty.
Yeah, Arenado's finally tearing the cover off the ball in St. Louis. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I think Goldie's possible NL MVP candidate.
Yeah, dude, he's making a run for it. Him, Machado, and Betts, I think, are the top 3 in my opinion. Harper's also making a run for the record, but I think the fact that you're not.
And Olsen's going to sneak. Olsen and Acuna are going to sneak in, dude.
Yeah, I mean, there's some studs in the NL. There are some studs.
And they've been flying under the radar because their teams have been doing as well throughout the year. But my number 5 spot is the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. They're neck and neck right now, dude. But the Phillies, since the firing of Joe Girardi, 9 wins in a row. The Atlanta Braves, 10 wins in a row. But my true 5 spot is the Atlanta Braves. Met fans, the Met team as well. You guys better watch out. Acuna's back in a big, big way. Olsen's heating up. The Braves are going to acquire some dude at the deadline, and they're looking scary, man. They're looking real scary. They won their game today. Makes it 10 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have disagreed with you, but then I think the thing that really did it for me was I just looked at the streaks and the run differentials. I was going to put Milwaukee at the 5 spot, but then I've seen they have lost 8 in a row. They've only got a +2 run differential.
They're only 8.5 though. It's
because they were leading that division.
Yeah,
so that pitching is carrying that team, kicking and screaming. You have a very talented. The problem is, I think they have injuries in Peralta and Woodruff. I think
only Burns and Lauer.
Yeah, I think those both are on the IL, and I think that's kind of hurting them. Their pitching depth is being challenged, and so far they are failing. But they still got the best closer in the game, the best setup man in Devin Williams and Josh Hader.
Right, that's 1-2 punch in my opinion.
Yeah, and they can both give you multiple innings. So, yeah, I mean, dude, I like your pick. I like your pick. I got Atlanta 5. Yeah, I like your pick.
Who's the worst team in the NL?
In the Reds. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. They're horrible. They're trash.
You see DC's run differential? 83.
Wow.
I feel everyone's saying like Soto's out of here, but I don't know what team's going to trade for him because one, they're going to have you trade, you're going to have to sign him for an extension. So it's going to be a team he's going to end up on, for life.
Not necessarily.
I think.
He's got 2 years of control, man.
Who are they going to give up, though? It's going to be a lot.
Yeah, but you got 2 years of control. You'd have 2.5 years of control. You would give up a lot, yes. But, it's not like one of these situations where you're renting him for half a season.
Yeah.
True. I think that's even, look at the Dodgers, what they gave up. Obviously not working out for Washington. But they gave up, 2-3 top 100 prospects or something like that?
Yeah.
And they only had Max Scherzer for half a season.
Keeper Ruiz.
Joshua Gray. I don't even know the rest, but I just know it was a terrible package for the Nats, and they got swindled. Hopefully they don't make the same mistake with Juan Soto.
Robbed.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't make the same mistake with Juan Soto. I think they have a very good opportunity to get a lot of good pieces back in return. There's a lot of good teams out there.
Pieces.
They can get some really good pieces back for Juan Soto. Don't think the Yankees are going to trade for him. Don't want people getting the wrong idea. I think that's going to cost an arm and a leg that the Yankees really don't have to spare.
Yep. And if we're going to somehow also keep Gallo and Hicks, there's just too many outfielders. Not a bad problem. But it's just, if we're going to play everyone, we can't. Yeah. Would you like to recap the American League, my good friend?
The top 5 teams in the American League. At number 1, I got the Oakland A's.
Yeah, Oakland.
Yeah, get out of here with that. Actually got the Yankees, believe it or not. They are the best team in baseball. They are at 43-16, the only 40-win team right now. 729 win percentage. They got the best run differential, 113. They've won 9 out of their last 10. Dude, it's not even close. And they're doing it both on the road and away. They're dominating bad teams. They're doing everything they need to do to be a contender. And they're literally not getting – they're not in their final form, which is the scariest part, I think. I think they still got guys who can step up and really put this team in another league of its own.
Damn right, man. Just putting the AL East on blast, and then putting the league on blast, saying
for sure.
We're the Bronx Bombers.
Number 2, unfortunately, I got to give it to them. The Houston Astros.
They're on a 3-game losing streak.
They're on a 3-game losing streak, but hey, they still got the second best record in the league at 36-23, or at least in the AL. Excuse me, they're 36-23. They still have a plus 38 run differential. They're a very good team, man, and it seems like they haven't missed a beat. They brought back Verlander. He's been phenomenal for them this season. Jeremy Pena, like we said, he's been awesome. Yordan Alvarez has been money for them. They got guys like Kyle Tucker stepping up, Jose Tuve. Hate him.
Alvarez broke a record. He's the first player signed for 4 years, over 4 years.
Yeah, and he's pretty much a DH only, which is crazy. So
yeah, he's like a taller Big Papi, dude.
Yeah, he's very good. He's going to be a very good hitter for a while. The Astros did really well in extending him.
I'm most feared of him.
Out of anybody in that lineup, he's definitely the guy. I think him and Altuve are the 2 guys you just.
Yep. I'm not worried about Bregman really anymore. He's kind of he got injured and he kind of has fallen off.
You don't really hear people talk about him much.
He's still good. He's still a great player, but he's not what they used to talk. He used to be
I thought he was going to take over at short, when they lost Correa, because he was a shortstop and he has played shortstop before and he looked kind of good at it. But Jeremy Pena, he's been phenomenal for him, man. He's been doing his thing out there. Number 3, I'm going to put the Toronto Blue Jays, man. I got to put the Toronto Blue Jays. I got to give them some gas. I think if it wasn't for us, they'd be running away with this division. I think they're a very good team. And I think they're just more of a balanced team. I think that's the biggest reason I have them over the Minnesota Twins, who I would put at 4. The reason I got them at 3 is because I think they just got both pitching and bat-to-ball skills, right?
Yes.
I just think they got way more young talent. And I just like their team better than Minnesota.
They have talent, young guys, and ambition to go win in the playoffs.
I think that's the key. Yeah. They're a very hungry team. They're a very hungry young team, and they've got the vets. Yeah, dude. I mean, I gotta respect the Toronto Blue Jays. We're gonna have a hell of a series coming up against them. I think if you were to switch places with Twins and Toronto, put Toronto in the Central, I think you see Toronto run that division easily with an iron fist. It wouldn't be close.
They're having our record in that division, dude.
Yeah. So I gotta give them some gas. Gotta give them some love for now.
And then next, 4? I mean, who's 5? We'll get
5. No, we'll get to him, man. Come, relax, man.
Hype, dude. I love
Minnesota Twins at 4, 35-26. They are a 2-win streak despite getting dogged by our New York Yankees, rather said.
Bang.
They are still a very good team, but they are being carried by that offense. They need pitching in a bad way. And like you said, it'd be interesting if they can continue this going through the All-Star break and towards the trade deadline.
No pitching.
With very bad pitching. I mean, maybe they get guys back. I think Gray and Joe Ryan are coming back soon, but they need it, man.
Who knows if they're going to be good when they come back? Like you gotta, and like this is a division that like you lose 5 games in a row, and everyone's within 1 game. You know.
Well, not everyone. They still got like the KC and Tigers, who are just the backwater of this league. They're horrible, horrid. They're terrible, trash.
Cleveland's only 1 game above 500. You got the Chicago White Sox 3 games below, 10 games, whatever.
Yeah,
but
I think the Twins are doing what they need to do.
They're afloat.
Yeah,
for what their team is right now without Ryan and without Gray. Their offense, because once their offense starts struggling,
it's going to be bad. And maybe Tony gets fired in Chi-Town, and maybe they start playing out of this world.
You never should have been managing this team, dude.
No, that was a terrible hire. Horrible hire. I didn't like it from the start. Don't like it now. He needs to be gone. So, yeah, if he can somehow start playing, if they fire him and they start playing really good baseball, don't be surprised to see the White Sox come out of this division. Then at number 5, got to give it to the Tampa Bay Rays, man. Got to give it to the Tampa Bay Rays. They're a phenomenal team. Despite, ironically, their lack of offense, they're quite literally the reverse of the Twins. They've got all the pitching in the world. They just need the offense, and they need guys to stay healthy. If they can figure it out on the hitting side, they will be a very scary team as well. They've got the talent. They got Wander Franco. They got Rosarena. G-Man Choi has been carrying that offense. They got the talent. They just need to keep rolling with it. They need to find that offense. They will probably be looking to add a bat in the deadline.
Facts.
But ironically, if the playoffs were to start today, the Boston Red Sox would be in the playoffs. And in the AL East would have 4 teams.
That is nuts to look at, man.
4 teams would be coming out of the AL East.
That's fucking insane, dude. What? So one league wouldn't?
So it's the winners in each division.
Yeah.
And then 3 other teams. The first 2 teams, so Yankees and Astros, would get a bye. And then the 3 would play the 6th, the 3 would play the 6th, the 4 would play the 5. So right now, Toronto it'd be Twins.
Toronto would play the Twins.
No, Toronto would play Tampa, and Red Sox would play Twins.
What would the wild card game be?
It's 3 games.
Oh yeah.
Remember, it's extended playoffs, so it's 3 games now.
I keep on forgetting this format.
Yeah, it's a weird format. It's a bad format, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's crazy stuff that playoffs were to start now. It'd be Red Sox versus Twins in Minnesota, Toronto versus Tampa in Toronto.
Yes, sir. Crazy. Well, it's been a hell of a week, hell of a month, hell of a season for the Yankees. I'm pretty sure this is going to continue. They ride the hot streaks. They do when they've been in the low streaks, they love to ride them. But Murph,
who's got the bump tomorrow?
Who does? Cortez, maybe.
Let me see. It is Jameson.
Game up.
Tyone.
Big outing for him, and then
we bounce back.
Cortez in the Trop or at Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium.
Sure. Let me check. Oh,
it's TBD.
Give me a TBD.
It says TBD for Game 1 of the Tampa series.
It's gonna be Nestor.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it could be Cole. I guess that's why it's TBD.
I don't think they skip Nestor.
No, they shouldn't skip that. Nestor, Cole, and then Savvy again.
Yes, sir. Well, Murph, Thursday night. Next recap, probably.
Yep.
We'll talk about Game 3 of the Cubs, how tomorrow ends up, and we'll talk about the nice. I think it is a 3-game set because Yankees have Monday off. We'll talk about 4-game discussion on Thursday.
This is going to be a very tough stretch of baseball. They play the Rays 3 times, the Blue Jays 3 times, Rays again in the Trop 3 times, Astros 3 times, and then they get a little bit of a breather with the A's, but they go right back to playing the Astros going into at the end of July.
This is a stretch of baseball that we can turn out on top of.
This is where they could either solidify that they're a top team in the league, or this is where things start flipping.
I think we win tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully Carpenter gets in the lineup. I hope he gets started.
Especially against – is Thompson a lefty? He's 6-1? What? Whatever. But this is a stretch that needs a nice winning streak going into it. And I do believe we can come out with a winning record in this stretch of baseball. But at least up until the Oakland Athletics series. We can do it. And hopefully we have everyone – hopefully we get Chapman back during this, maybe.
Right? Yeah, hopefully at some point he comes back. I think he is supposed to come back by the Blue Jay series in theory, but
there'll probably be a spot start too by someone in the minor leagues.
Yeah, I could see Sears getting a spot start. Maybe Waldachuk if he continues to pitch the way he's been pitching. Maybe they reward him
with a start in against Oakland to give the guys a break.
Yeah,
but who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? This is a very difficult stretch of baseball. But then they go into the month of July and pretty much free. You know, they play the Guardians, they play the Pirates, then they play the Red Sox for 4. That's going to be tough. Red Sox 3 times before the All-Star break. And then they have the rest of the Astros series, a doubleheader after the All-Star break.
Gotcha. Any closing remarks before we wrap up this fine Saturday night on a good note?
Let's go Yankees, man. Just keep rolling, keep doing your thing, finish off the month strong, and just put the league on check fully that, hey, like, we can beat bad teams and we can beat good teams all the same.
Right. Let's go Yankees, Murph. Couldn't have said it better myself. Yankees, well, everyone, if you haven't already subscribe, leave a like. We will hopefully see you soon.